welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be back filming and editing and putting videos out for you guys because I've been slacking. I've been putting this off for a little while. I'm not sure why. I just got caught up in life. But before we proceed to the video, before we go ahead into the video, I wanted to mention that I now have a PO box. So if you guys want to send me any items to like review, it is down below in the description. So I often get asked my tattoo meanings because everyone wants a meaning behind a tattoo, and I get asked what I have, where it is, and piercings because I have a lot. I am obsessed with piercings and tattoos. On me, I think I already have like enough going on with like lips and fake eyelashes and fake nails and stuff, so I'm trying to like slowly get away from that, but I still have everything pierced other than two things. So I'm gonna go into all of that, but I'm gonna start with my tattoos and the meaning. So I'm gonna try to explain them in order of like when I got them because I just think that that's kind of like an important part of like my story, I guess, my tattoo story. So the first tattoo I got was actually this one, and so I'm gonna show you guys. So this is a feather on my forearm, excuse my Apple Watch little sausage arm, but yeah, this is a feather. The meaning behind that one is truth and honesty. So I had looked that up online and I found that like feathers meant truth and honesty, and I have a huge poster of like, it's like a feather painting on my wall, and I had a bird, and when I was little I used to pick up feathers from the floor, like pigeon feathers. I'm just like obsessed with feathers. So I got this on my 18th birthday because my parents didn't want to sign for me to get a tattoo, so I got that on my 18th birthday. And the reason I got this is because I knew I had a problem with using, and I wanted to admit to myself that I had a problem. So the tattoo meant truth and honesty to myself about my problem. I didn't stop using at that point, unfortunately. I used for another year and a half, but yeah, that was like I guess the first step of admitting I had a problem. And then the second tattoo I got is this little script. So it says "Je ne regrette rien," which is a famous French song. So it basically says I regret nothing, and I got that I want to say I was still using, I think I was still using, but it means I don't regret anything because without whatever I went through, actually without everything I went through, I would not be the person I am today. So I really don't regret anything that I've done. If I could go back in time and change some things, I would, but the outcome wouldn't be the same, so I wouldn't be who I am and I wouldn't know all the things that I know today. So I don't know if I would really change things. I think I would just learn from my mistakes sooner because I take a long time to learn from my mistakes. Like I have to make them like 10 times over sometimes. So I think that's what I would change, but no, I don't regret anything that I've done. So the third tattoo I got, I think, was my crown. So this is my crown. The meaning behind that is I had googled like crown tattoos because they mean like I rule my own life, so it was kind of like another tribute to my addiction, because that's, I think I got that when I was like 3 months clean or like 2 months clean, like very early recovery, and it meant like I am now ruling my own life, like drugs don't rule my life anymore. And the actual crown, I googled like crown like outline or something, and I scrolled through like 17 pages of Google images, like just scrolled because I wanted something that would like stand out and not look like every other crown, and that's what I found. And ever since I got it done, I see this exact crown everywhere. Like I see people with bags with that crown, I see like just everything. I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't that original, but and then my best friend at the time actually got a crown tattoo on like her very lower back at the same time, so we kind of had like the matching crown tattoos, but it wasn't like, it was like a smaller version. So that is my crown tattoo. The fourth tattoo I got was actually on a trip to Toronto with a few of my best friends. It was on my 1 year clean. So we went into a tattoo shop and it was his first time getting a tattoo and I wanted a tattoo. So we got a tattoo at the same time. So those are GPS coordinates of the hospital that I was born at. The hospital I was born at does not exist anymore. It's actually, I think it's like a dentist office or something now. So the year after I was born, they tore the hospital down. And why that's so I guess special to me is because my dad was actually born at that hospital and I didn't have my dad growing up, so when we kind of started becoming closer, I got that to kind of commemorate our relationship. And then the fifth tattoo that I got, I think I'm up to 5 now, the fifth tattoo I got is actually on my foot, so I'm gonna show you guys. I took a little recording of my foot because I didn't want to like put it up on the table. So I have a scorpion on my foot, and no, I'm not a Scorpio, and I realized that I'm gonna get asked this question till the day I die, the day I got the tattoo, like after it was done. So basically the story about the scorpion is I wanted a scorpion for some reason. I think I had seen it on someone and I thought it was really, really cool, so I wanted something like that. And I found this picture online and I just really, really liked it. And then I looked up the meaning afterwards, and it meant loyalty and like freedom. So scorpions, I guess, are like really, really loyal to their little crew of scorpions. And that one was one of the most painful tattoos other than my back. I'll show you guys in a second, but my scorpion was definitely one of the worst because it lasted like 2 hours and he kept going over like the same place to like shade, and then when it was done he asked me if he could add like some shading and then some white ink. I was like, sure, you know what, I'm already here, like just go for it. But I was in so much pain. And then the crown also hurt. The other ones didn't really hurt that bad, but my pain tolerance, I guess, is like pretty high with like piercings and stuff, so tattoos don't really faze me. But the most painful one is the most recent tattoo I got, so that's actually the one down my spine. So I'm going to show you guys a picture of that one. All the way down my spine, like from top to bottom, and it is the Serenity Prayer. So I've said it before in my videos, so I'm not going to repeat it. You can obviously Google it, but that is the Serenity Prayer from Narcotics Anonymous, and obviously that means a lot to me because that is what saved my life and what helped me stay clean. Those are my tattoos. I don't think I'm forgetting any. So I'm gonna tell you guys all of the piercings that I have because I get this question all the time. Like even my friends are like, I forget how many piercings you have, like is it like 5 or 10? I'm like, girl. So I think I'm up to 22 now, minus 2 because I just took 2 out, I want to say like 6 months ago. So I'm down to 20, I think. Let's count them together. I'm not really sure anymore, but I would always try to get as many piercings as my age, and now I'm 24, so I guess I need like 4 more piercings, but a girl has nothing else to pierce, so let's go through them. So the first piercings I have are obviously like my first hole. So I got those when I was a baby, so I don't remember. And then I did my second hole here. So on both sides I had pierced it myself, but I pierced it like not deep enough so the earrings wouldn't fit. So then my mom took me to go to like Claire's boutique, and then they re-pierced it, but she couldn't pierce exactly where I pierced it, so she had to pierce it like a lot lower, which it kind of looks stupid when I have an earring in because it's like a little lower, but they just had to pierce it there, so whatever. And then I have the other 2 done as well on both sides, and I did those myself in like grade 9, I think. I was just like a wild one. I couldn't afford to get piercings done. My mom wouldn't pay for me, so I would just do them myself. I would just take like, I remember I used to work at a grocery store and I took my name tag pin and I just like pierced my ear. Like no ice, nothing. I was just, you know, bored one night, pierced my ear. So that is how I have those. And then my first like body piercing I got after I had the 2 holes, I did this one myself. So this is my cartilage, and it's still like one of my favorite piercings because I remember doing this in grade 9 and being so proud of myself, and so like I thought I was fly. I had this little cartilage piercing, like girl, you know, nobody could touch me at that point. Then the next one I got done I think was my tongue, and I got that when I was like 15, and so I'm gonna show you guys, but it's not like that. So that's still like my favorite piercing ever because I feel like such a badass with that. Now it's just like it's part of me, but at the time, like girl, I was on top of the world with this little tongue piercing. I got that when I was like 15, and then I think I just like they didn't ID me or something. I remember like being like very underage, and so I got that done, and when I came home with it my parents freaked out and they said, you're taking this out, and I said I can't take it out because like it needs to heal, you know, like I can't just change it out, like it has to heal the few months and then I can take it out. And they said, well, you either take it out now or we're gonna like take it out. So I'm like, no, I'm not taking it out. So they drove me to the place I got it done, got the piercer that did it to take it out, and just to embarrass me kind of thing. And then the next week I got it re-pierced because I'm crazy. So it has been there ever since. I change out the balls sometimes. Like I used to match it with my outfits when I was in high school. Again, I was like a wild one, but now I just like the like silver. I think it matches because I wear a lot of like silver jewelry and stuff, so it just kind of goes with everything. So that is the next one I did. And then I can't remember if the next one was my belly button. I think it was. So the first one I got is obviously the top one. So I got this one, and then a few years later I had gotten the bottom one done, and I just have a little Playboy one right now. And then I'm trying to think of the next one I got. It might have been my lip, or maybe I got my lip before my tongue. I don't know. They're all, it's kind of like blurry because I would get them done like very soon, one after the other. So it's all like around like 16, 17, 18. I just did like a bunch of crazy stuff. So my lip one, it looks like this. I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. I guess I thought that like everything I did was so cool back then, but I still really like it and I get a lot of compliments on it. And then the next one I got, I think right after my lip, I got my nose done. So this is just like a normal little nose one. I probably have some makeup around it, but I had a ring there at one point and then I took it out. So I just like the little tiny stud. And then I got my tragus pierced as well. I can't remember when I got that done. I think I got that done the same day I got my hips pierced, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But the tragus, the like little circle thing I have in there right now, is actually the one I had in my nose, just because it's the same gauge and I didn't have like a little diamond to put there, so I just kind of like put that in there. Then I also have the helix, I think that's what it's called. So I got like the 3, and I think I've had this for like 5 years now, but I really want to get like the big diamond, like medium-sized diamond and little diamond. I just have been too lazy to switch it out, but so far it's like kind of cute, especially because if I wear all of my earrings, it's usually all diamonds, so I don't know if that would be too much to have, but that is what I have on my ears. And then I think the last piercing I got done was, no, that's not true. The before last piercing I got done with my tragus was my hip dermals. So I'm going to show you guys a picture of them because I unfortunately don't have them in anymore. Them done. I didn't know that it was not a permanent piercing. I didn't know it was a temporary one. I thought it was like, because it's basically like a surgical implant, so I thought they would just be there forever. And they started rejecting after 6 years, which actually for dermals I found out is a really long time, so I'm happy they lasted that long. But by the end of it, they were such a pain. They would get caught on my pants all the time and they would yank, and it was so uncomfortable. So yeah, I ended up taking them out myself, I think like 6 months ago or something, and I just sat there and wiggled them until they popped out. So the way that this works, so this is a dermal implant, and then the way that this works is that they take off, so the diamond is not there at first, so it's just this bar, and so they put the bar, I'm gonna like imitate this, so if this is the diamond, they like make a little incision in your skin, they put the bar like this, put it like this, and then they screw the diamond on. And then this part here is where these little holes are. So there's like little holes in the bar, and your skin actually grows through, like it heals through it. So your skin is like holding the bar. So it's like all around it, and it just grows. So now the piercing is like a part of you almost. And when I had to take them out, I had to like cut that piece of skin that, anyway, so they're out. I had 2 super cute dermals. I was obsessed with them, but unfortunately they cannot stay there forever. So I do have 2 little scars right now, but every night I put on this like scar cream and they're really going down. But I'll show you guys what they look like, so if you don't like scars, then like skip this part. So yeah, those are my dermal scars. I miss them, but at the same time they were such a pain at the end of it that I just like, I'm just so happy that it's over with and I don't have to think about that. And the pain of taking them out was just, don't do this at home. And the last 2 piercings I have, I won't name, but if you know, you know. that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I have some social media links below. I have some discount codes, affiliate links, and now I have a PO box. So definitely check that out. It's all in the description. As always, I love you and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!